사회 발전의 원동력이 되고
I believe
우리 시대의
it
사표로서
is an important mission for companies to find and support individuals who will be the driving force behind the development of human society and serve as inspirations of our time.
인류의 과학적 진보와
A time of repeated change and challenge, leading to the balanced development of humanity's scientific progress and spiritual culture. Since its inaugural award ceremony in 1991, the Huan Prize has had a long and distinguished history of recognizing and honoring those who have contributed to humanity. In 1994, the Huan Prize Committee, composed of respectful figures from various fields, was established to ensure the impartiality and independence of the prize. The 10th anniversary of the prize in 2000 further solidified the foundation of the prize, and in 2010, the 20th anniversary, the Huan Special Prize was presented to the Nobel Foundation. Since 2012, renowned overseas scholars have participated in the evaluation and selection, securing international standards in its assessment, and has contributed to supporting Korea's science and technology sector and enhancing its competitiveness, including the expansion and reorganization of the Prize for Science in 2020. In 2021, the prize was renamed the Samsung Huan Prize, laying the foundation for another leap forward. The history of achievement and progress of the Huan Prize, as well as its solid roots, can be traced back to Huam Byung-chul Lee, who was committed to the prosperity of the nation and its people, and his philosophy of economical contribution to the nation and priority to human resources. In recognition of this philosophy, in 1990, Chairman Connie Lee established the Samsung Huam Prize with a firm belief in corporate social responsibility and mission.
Over the past decades, when Korea has taken most impressive steps forward on the international scientific stage, this prize has given recognition and encouragement to important achievements to the benefit of both the Korean society and to the world.
A pioneer whose endless exploration of the unknown drives the development of scientific civilization and leads to the healthy and happy life for mankind. An exemplar of the times who enriches and beautifies the human spirit and upholds the values of the community with noble sacrifice and love. The Huan Prize aims to contribute to a mature and dignified society where these people are truly honored and respected. Through a nomination panel of more than 3,000 members from around the world and announcements in international journals such as Science, Nature, and Cell, the Huan Prize has been working tirelessly to identify candidates who have made outstanding achievements at home and abroad. These nominations are then scrutinized over a 5-month period by a selection committee comprised of distinguished scholars and experts from home and abroad. The selection committee focuses on excellence in research, originality in creation, and contributions to human society, and strives to select the winners of the most extraordinary achievements each year.
Yeah, I think the Huan Prize has an extremely high standard of selection process. It has great integrity. It seems to me to encapsulate all the best of procedures that other people use.
In addition to administering the Huan Prize, the Huan Foundation is also committed to spreading science, culture in Korea and passing on dreams and vision to future generations. In 2002, we jointly hosted an exhibition with the Nobel Foundation to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the Nobel Prize, which has led humanity's scientific civilization. Furthermore, since 2021, we have also been hosting online lectures in the summer and winter seasons by inviting Huan Prize laureates and world-renowned scholars to share the latest science and humanities knowledge, as well as various topics that help young people design their future. Through these programs, the prize supports the brilliant dreams and visions of young people who are the hope and future of our society. On the path of unstoppable progress, the Samsung Huan Prize will continue to move forward with the best of the best and will continue to strive for the future.
안녕하십니까?
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am Misorang Seo, your MC for the 2024 Samsung Hwam Prize Award Ceremony. It's a great pleasure to meet you all. Thank you very much. The Samsung Hwam Prize Award Ceremony is held every year to recognize outstanding achievements in a total of 6 fields, including science, engineering, medicine, the arts, and community service. I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to all of our guests who are here today in person and to all of you who are joining us online. On stage are now our laureates, and who are the very reason of today's ceremony. So please join me in extending a warm round of applause for all of our honorees. Thank you very much. Let us now commence the award ceremony. First, I would like to invite Mr. Hwang Sik-kim, Chairman of the Hwam Foundation, for his opening remarks. Please welcome him with a big hand.
존경하는 헤란 다인 교수님,
It is with immense honor and delight that I extend my heartfelt congratulations to the esteemed laureates of the 34th Samsung Hwam Prize, Professor K. Heran Darwin, the late Dr. Seo Nam, Professor Swing Lee, Professor Peter Park, novelist Han Gang, and Sister Geraldine Ryan. I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to all of our laureates. The Hwam Foundation is extremely pleased and proud to select you as the laureates. The Samsung Hwam Prize was established in 1990 by the late Chairman Connie Lee to uphold the social welfare spirit of Samsung's founder Byung-chul Lee, and has since recognized individuals who have made outstanding contributions to the development of science, technology, and culture, as well as noble humanitarian work.
그와 같은 목적으로 제정된 상입니다. 그동안 삼성 화암상의 발전을 위해서
express our deepest gratitude to the late Chairman Connie Lee and J.Y. Lee for his unwavering support in nurturing the Samsung Hwam Prize, as well as to Samsung Electronics and other affiliated sponsors for their generous contributions. And we are particularly honored to have the 2013 Nobel laureate in physiology or medicine, and who is now a member of this year's Samsung Hwam Selection Committee. We have from U.S. Berkeley, Professor Randy Schmidt here to deliver a congratulatory address today. And we also extend our sincere gratitude to Dr. Jinwoo Chun and the esteemed members of the committee for their rigorous evaluation and selection of our exceptional laureates. And we are deeply indebted to the renowned international scholars who have provided valuable insights regarding the achievements of our laureates. The Hwam Foundation remains steadfast in its commitment to fostering a world where the material and intellectual worlds converge in harmony, creating a beautiful society. And we pledge our unwavering dedication to upholding the prestige of the Samsung Hwam Prize, further elevating the stature of the Republic of Korea. While we deeply mourn the passing of Dr. Seo Nam, the recipient of this year's Physics and Mathematics Prize, we do honor his extraordinary contributions and posthumously confer upon him the Samsung Hoam Prize.
호암상 후보 추천 마감일 현재
It's true that if he was with us during the nomination process, the regulations go that the award can be conferred upon him, and I do hope Dr. Seo Nam rests in peace. And we have with us
남세우 박사님이
his
공직하셨던
spouse,
미국
and also who worked for the same organization of NIST or NIST. We have Dr. Kimberly Brickman joining us on behalf of Dr. Seo Nam.
미국 표준기술연구소에
And I do want to note that 6 colleagues of NIST are joining us here today to mourn the passing of Dr. Seo Nam and also to congratulate him on his award.
자비 부담으로
And I do want to mention they are taking part in this ceremony at their own costs.
이수인 박사께서
And I also want to mention that Dr. Swin Lee, for the first time in history of this award, has been selected as the prize laureate for engineering.
여성입니다.
And it's noteworthy that this year's laureates include 4 exceptional women representing the highest proportion of female recipients in the award's history. And most of our laureates are those in their 50s. And this is remarkable milestone that reflects the positive transformation and advancement in our society. I would once again like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to all the laureates and their families whose unwavering support has been instrumental in their achievements. I encourage you to continue your dedication and strive for even greater accomplishments in the future. And I would like to extend my gratitude to all of our participants here in person and also joining us online. And I wish you good health and happiness and the best of luck. Thank you. Yes, Chairman, thank you very much for those kind words. Now, on behalf of the 46 domestic and overseas members of the selection committee who dedicated themselves to select this year's laureates, I'd like to invite Professor Jin-Woo Chun, Distinguished Professor at Yonsei University, to present the results of the selection process. Allow me to invite Professor Chun to the stage.
It was a great honor to be a part of the selection process for the 2024 Samsung Hoam Prize. On behalf of the 46 selection committee members, both at home and abroad, I would like to announce the results. The selection committee comprised of distinguished scholars and experts in the fields of physics and mathematics, chemistry and life sciences, engineering, medicine, the arts and community service, received candidate nominations from relevant organizations and experts through October 2023. The selection committee has undertaken a dedicated and rigorous 4-month process ending in March of this year to select the 2024 laureates who have demonstrated the highest level of merit. The committee members in their respective fields, when identifying the laureates with the greatest accomplishments, who also uphold the spirit of the Samsung Hoam Prize, prioritized excellence in research achievement, originality in creative artwork, and contribution toward the betterment of mankind. 22 domestic specialists and 10 distinguished overseas scholars, including Nobel Prize laureates, participated as committee members to screen the candidates' academic achievements. To validate each candidate's accomplishments, a separate advisory panel comprised of 65 international specialists carried out independent screening. In the field of the arts, committee members conducted a thorough and multifaceted evaluation of each artist's work and artistic values. For the field of community service, committee members completed exhaustive evaluations of the nominees' activities through field visits and video conference interviews. Nominees for each field were recommended by the selection committee and reviewed by the Samsung Hoan Prize Committee, who upon deliberation reached a final decision on the 2024 laureates for today's award ceremony. The laureate for the prize in chemistry and life sciences is Dr. K. Heron Darwin at New York University. Dr. Darwin has made the world's first discovery of the protein recycling system, with Mycobacterium tuberculosis opening doors for novel infectious disease treatments. The laureate for the prize in physics and mathematics is Dr. Se-woo Nam at NIST, National Institute of Standards and Technology. Dr. Nam has contributed to the advancement of quantum physics and quantum information technology by developing the world's most efficient single-photon detector. The laureate of the prize in engineering is Dr. Soo-in Lee at University of Washington. Dr. Lee has contributed to the advancement of AI and related fields by developing the Explainable AI Framework, SHAP, which allows people to understand and trust AI decisions. The laureate for the prize in medicine is Dr. Peter Park at Harvard Medical School. Dr. Park has contributed to the advancement of bioinformatics by developing the computational analysis methods that decipher the vast genetic information of DNA in cells. The laureate for the prize in the arts is novelist Han Gang, who has elevated the status of Korean literature by garnering worldwide acclaim for her poignant depictions of the pain and sorrow of modern Korean history and the struggles of human existence, all captured through her uniquely perceptive and distinctive writing style. Last but not least, the laureate for the prize in community service is Sister Geraldine Ryan, who contributed to improving the lives of people with disabilities in the Mokpo region for over 50 years, embodying boundless compassion that transcended borders. On behalf of all the selection committee members, I would like to express my sincere respect and gratitude to the 2024 laureates for their dedication and efforts. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to all the honorable laureates. It is my humble request that you continue to pursue even greater contributions for all of humanity. And with this, I would like to conclude the remarks related to the selection of the laureates for the 2024 Samsung Hoan Prize. Thank you.
네, 교수님 감사합니다.
Thank you, Professor.
그럼 지금부터 수상자에
We will
대한
now
시상을
present
시작하겠습니다.
the award to our
먼저
laureates.
과학상,
First is the prize in chemistry and life sciences.
한국에서는 오래전 잊혀졌던 질병
Tuberculosis is long forgotten disease in Korea, but is still the deadliest killer on the planet.
그렇다면 결핵은
So tuberculosis is a disease that humans can never conquer.
Once it's in a person, it has no problem, and then you can't get rid of it. It's very hard. We want to understand what it's eating. We want to understand why the immune system cannot successfully kill.
헤란 다윈 박사는
After years of research, Dr. K. Heron Darwin has unlocked the secret to the survival of the tuberculosis bacteria.
결핵균이 인체내에서 어떻게
She has discovered how
병을
Mycobacterium
유발하는지
tuberculosis
원인을
grows and
찾아낸
causes
것이다.
disease in the human body.
지금껏
A protism system previously thought to be unique to humans, animals, and plants exists in bacteria like Mycobacterium tuberculosis. And for the first time in the world, the existence of protein called PUP, which plays a crucial role in the proliferation of tuberculosis, was identified.
By discovering a proteasome in bacteria, which seems so, it encouraged us to try to find selective inhibitors that would inhibit the pathogen and spare the host.
After Heron-Dine's research led to a new breakthrough in the treatment of tuberculosis, a disease once thought to be beyond human control.
If somehow we identify a way to treat tuberculosis better, that would be amazing. In my lifetime or after my lifetime, a new drug is created and it can save just one person's life, like, isn't it worth it?
Dr. Kay Heron-Dine's work went beyond the development of antibiotics and ushered in an era of possibilities for humanity to conquer tuberculosis once and for all.
The award will be presented by Chairman Hwang Shik-king of the Hoam Foundation. I would like to once again invite the chairman onto the stage.
Professors Heron Darwin and Andrew Darwin, please step forward. 수상자이신 헤란 다윈 박사님 네 분께서는
Yes, I would like to kindly ask Dr. Kay Heron-Darwin and Mr. Darwin to come forward. The laureate will receive a certificate, a medal, and a cash prize of 300 million won.
네, 축하드립니다. 여러분 계속해서
Congratulations.
뜨거운 박수로 축하의 마음을 전달해
Please
주시기 바랍니다.
extend a warm hand to congratulate our laureate.
Professor Heron Darwin, may we hear your acceptance speech?
Okay, so first of all, I just want to say this is my life's greatest honor to be here to receive the Samsung Hoam Prize in Chemistry and Life Sciences. I am eternally grateful to the Hoam Foundation, its review board, and my nominator for getting me here tonight. I want to just say that I'm grateful to my parents who supported my interest in science, and more importantly, they made sure I understood that being a Korean is something to be incredibly proud of. I'm thankful for my training at UCLA, Washington University in St. Louis, and Weill Medical Cornell Center, where my mentors Virginia Miller and Carl Nathan taught me how to be critical as well as fearless about tackling tough questions in microbiology. I'm also extremely grateful for my past and present lab members who helped make the groundbreaking discoveries that have earned me the Hoam Prize. This prize is also for them. I'm also indebted to my colleagues at New York University School of Medicine, especially my former chairman, Dr. Claudio Basilico, for their unwavering support. I'm also really grateful to all my friends, especially Sarah, Russell, Sarah, Alejandro, and Mrs. Yang, who are here to celebrate with me tonight. Finally, I am most grateful to my husband, Andrew, for being my biggest supporter and a continuous source of inspiration. In closing, I want to add that while the Korean population is now quite substantial in the United States, it is still hard to find many of us in positions of leadership in the biomedical sciences. So my hope is that Korean scientists all over the world will be encouraged to chase their dreams because they too may one day stand here and win the Hoam Prize. Thank you so much.
Next is the prize in physics and mathematics.
세상은 확률로
The
결정된다는
world
보어.
is determined by probability according to Bohr,
확률로 결정될
and it
수
cannot be
없다는
determined by
아인슈타인.
probability according to Einstein.
100년 넘게 이어온
This
최대
longest
논쟁.
standing debate in human history, lasting over 100 years. In 1964, Bell's inequality was proposed to put an end to this debate.
하지만 이를 검증하기
However,
위해선
To verify
빛의 가장
this,
작은 입자인
highly
광자를
efficient photon
정확히
detectors
감지하고
capable of
측정할 수
precisely
있는
detecting and
고효율
measuring the
광자
smallest
검출기가
particles of light
필요했다.
photons were needed.
오랜 세월 수많은
For
학자들이
many years,
시도했지만
countless scholars
양자 역학을
attempted
입증할 수
but
있는 수준의
failed to
광자
create photon
검출기를
detectors
만들지
capable
못했다.
of proving quantum mechanics.
세계 최고 효율의 광자 검출기를
Dr.
개발.
Seo Nam, a world-renowned
이
quantum
세계의
physicist,
먼지를 종결지으니까
developed the world's most efficient photon
세계적인
detector,
양자물리학자
ending the debate
남세우 박사다.
this century.
Needed these very, very efficient single photon detectors in order to close all these loopholes and prove Einstein wrong. Seiwu's detectors, they just revolutionized, especially the world of quantum optics.
Dr. Seo Nam has developed an ultra-efficient single photon detector that surpasses existing limits, raising the photon detection efficiency as much as 99%.
His detectors changed what we can do in quantum optics. The sort of things that in the past people could only dream about are now the stuff of reality. But here's the other thing that is so beautiful about Seiwu Nam. He also gave that expertise and participated in an experiment from one of his competitors. Anton Zeilinger was one of the people who eventually got a Nobel Prize.
Dr. Seo Nam's detector has become an indispensable element in quantum physics experiments to the extent it was directly applied to the achievement that won the 2022 Nobel Prize in Physics. Furthermore, single photon detectors are widely used across various scientific and technological applications such as quantum computing and the exploration of dark matter in space. They have significant impact on the advancement of quantum physics.
I think working with Seiwu has been one of the greatest honors and privileges of my life.
Seiwu was a brilliant scientist. He was an inspiring scientist.
So I want him to be remembered as a brilliant scientist, but one who was very giving of his time and his talents and wanted to lift everybody up around him. I think he would have been very proud to accept it.
Although Dr. Seo Nam is not with us today, his achievement will inspire physicists worldwide, leading to innovation in quantum physics.
Dr. Kimberly Bregman, please step forward to receive the prize. 수상자이신 고 남세우 박사님을 대신해서
On behalf of our laureate, the late Dr. Seo Nam, we would like to present the award to his spouse, Dr. Kimberly Bregman.
네, 축하드립니다.
Congratulations.
고 남세우 박사님의 수상 소감을 대신해서
On behalf of late Dr. Seo Nam, Dr. Kimberly Bregman will be delivering her words of gratitude.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Sang Sung Ho Am laureates, the chairman, and committee members. I feel privileged to be able to speak with you this afternoon. I'm truly grateful to be here to accept the 2024 Samsung Hoam Award in Physics and Mathematics bestowed upon my late husband, Dr. Seiwu Nam. It is an emotional moment for me and for his colleagues and family that he could not be here to accept this award. I want to thank the Hoam Foundation, the chairman, and the committee for selecting my husband to receive this award and for extending their hospitality to me. It is a great honor for Dr. Seiwu Nam to be recognized as one of Korea's great sons. I feel I have insufficient words to convey my immense appreciation for this honor. I would also like to thank the producer and director for making a beautiful video of Seiwu's professional accomplishments. Despite his passing, his work will be carried on at NIST in the United States by his colleagues, some of whom are here tonight. If Se-Woo had been able to make an acceptance speech, he would acknowledge all of those who have played a role in his success. He would begin by pointing out all of the sacrifices his family made to enable him to focus on his research. He would tell you he was grateful for his Korean heritage and the lessons imparted by his parents and the older generation, which contributed to making him the man and scientist he was. He would also express appreciation for the friends and family that supported him, especially during this past year and a half. He and I enjoyed many extended family visits, vigorous scientific discussions with colleagues, and watching sports games with friends. Se-Woo was also grateful for his mentors, particularly his doctorate advisor, Dr. Blas Cabrera, who put Se-Woo on the path of developing sensitive superconducting detectors, which became his life's work since he joined NIST 25 years ago. At NIST, Se-Woo gained new viewpoints and developed and demonstrated the exceptionally sensitive and efficient photon detectors, which enabled the study of new fields in physics, such as quantum information. He would acknowledge the many advisors and managers at NIST who enabled and supported his work, some of whom are also with us this afternoon. Se-Woo would also give credit to his group of students and colleagues from around the world who worked with him in demonstrating new applications of his detectors. The high-efficiency detectors he developed were also recently used in some important tests of quantum mechanics, as you heard about in the video. Some important scientific questions were able to be definitively answered through the use of his detectors. It is truly a remarkable accomplishment. Lastly, Se-Woo would appreciate all of those who supported his nomination and selection for this prize, and the chairman and committee members of the Hoam Foundation. Se-Woo had a special gift to recognize the best in people and a desire to help people out by freely sharing ideas and credit. He truly exemplified the noble spirit of public service and was dedicated to educating and encouraging the next generation. I regret that more people will not have the opportunity to meet and know what a great man Se-Woo was. But I know his legacy will carry on in his research field for years to come. Thank you for allowing me to express these thoughts with you this afternoon.
Thank you very much. Let's go on to the next prize, which is the prize for engineering.
컴퓨터 스스로
Deep learning technology, where computers learn and make decisions on their own, is expanding its influence across various sectors such as finance, health, law, and IT. However, what if AI makes an inaccurate decision? Until now, it's been difficult to understand the processes AI undergoes to derive results, which has led to low trust in its decisions. Dr. Soo-in Lee developed an innovative technology that enables us to look into previously opaque black box of AI's decision-making process. She devised an AI technique that interprets the results determined by AI in a comprehensive manner, making the decision-making process comprehensible for humans. For instance, if AI predicts that a patient undergoing surgery will experience hypoxia in 5 minutes, then the important question here would be, why did the AI model make that prediction? What aspects of the patient's condition led to that conclusion? With the method developed by Dr. Soo-in Lee, patients can now understand the underlying causes of their hypoxia risk, being provided with information on the primary factors leading to this condition.
The SHAP approach became widely used in academia as well as in industry. I see breakthroughs coming our way in terms of new cancer treatments, new early warnings of cancers, solutions to autoimmune diseases. I see Suyin at the leadership of that kind of wave of innovation.
This groundbreaking research, which allows for a comprehensive interpretation of AI predicted results for multiple perspectives, is being widely applied across various fields and is having a significant impact on the field of artificial intelligence. Through explainable AI, we aim to find keys to solving incurable diseases and important biological problems from vast amounts of big data. Crossing the boundaries of engineering and biomedical sciences, Dr. Suyin Lee's journey of taking on an arduous challenges which have led to innovation in AI, technology, and industries just beginning.
I would like to invite Dr. Suyin Lee to please come forward. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. A big round of applause. And now we would like to hear Dr. Lee's acceptance speech. First and foremost, I would like to thank you for giving me this great prize to a person who have more goals I want to achieve in the future than what I've accomplished so far. Winning the prize for engineering, the Ho-Am Prize, is indeed an honor. And I sincerely thank everyone who has been with me on this journey that has led me to this point. I would especially like to thank my beloved father, who isn't here because he has passed away due to an illness that has surpassed limits of modern medicine, my beloved mother, and all of my loving family members. Thank you so much. I would also like to thank my teachers, my professors, friends, colleagues, and the students, all of them in my lab, who have accompanied me on this research journey. Thank you so much. Awards are always given to one person among many deserving individuals. Therefore, I believe that the chosen recipient should bear greater responsibility rather than privilege. So the true meaning of this prize for me lies not in the prize itself, but in the message I convey from where I am standing now and the impact it has on the world. So in that context, I would like to say a few words. As a professor and scientist, what is most rewarding is being able to inspire many young people and influence their lives. I sincerely hope that many will be inspired by my Ho-Am Prize and my explainable AI research to choose the path of an engineer and take on challenging research to contribute to solving significant problems that is faced by the field of science, medicine, our society, and humanity. Today, we are witnessing AI dramatically changing humanity and the world. In such times of rapid change, there is no such thing as a, quote, comfortable, quote, back and, quote, stable, quote, back job. Finding something that makes your heart pound until the day you retire, until the day you leave this world. And if you choose science or engineering as your career, don't just focus on books and papers. Gain diverse experiences. Modern science is team science, where research funding is so important, and you need to know how to recruit outstanding team members and effectively promote your research achievements. In other words, a good scientist also needs to be a good politician, so diverse life experiences are essential. Always remember the essence. The goal of research is not to publish papers in good journals, nor to get a PhD or to receive a good job offer. The goal of science and engineering is to expand the boundaries of human knowledge and capabilities, and ultimately is to create a better world for humanity. Rather than immediate success, focus on the future and essential values. Concentrate only on which ideas and methodologies most effectively expand the limits of human knowledge and capabilities. Results will come naturally when you pursue this. By establishing these fundamental concepts, you can genuinely celebrate the achievements of others and your colleagues and establish your own criteria for evaluating your research achievements. You may face various challenges in research or life. In such moments, focus only on what you can do, and do not waste time on what you cannot control. Also, if there is something unavoidable, learn to enjoy it. At this moment, I think of all the young girls and boys I can inspire to become scientists or engineers. I hope they never lose their curiosity, they do not fear challenges, and keep moving forward toward the right goals. Indeed, you can overcome any obstacles and achieve your goals. Thank you. Thank you. And next is the prize for medicine.
I've always been a big fan of math. I really did like math, but in the back of my mind, I kept asking myself, if I solve these fun math problems, how will it benefit society? A boy who wanted to conduct research that would make the world a better place developed an innovative genome analysis algorithm to become a world authority on bioinformatics to uncover the causes of cancer. Genomic analysis is crucial to understanding how cancer develops and guiding optimal treatment, but it's limited in its ability to have the analysis be done quickly and accurately. Accordingly, Dr. Peter Park took a creative approach based on applied mathematics. Using next-generation genomic information analysis, he discovered what amplifies cancer genes and uncovered a new mechanism of cancer development. When you have two chromosomes, you can find a phenomenon where two parts are cut off and those two chromosomes are switched. When we look at the whole genome, there's not just one of these mutations, but a very complex pattern. We've been able to pinpoint that, and that's how we've been able to find out what genes are going wrong and how cancer occurs. Thanks to his efforts, genome analysis, which used to cost billions of dollars and take years, now can be analyzed in just 2 days for even the most complex cancer genomic mutation patterns. This allows us to quickly and accurately determine the cause of cancer. His research is having a major impact not only on cancer diagnosis, but also on the development of treatments.
Treat someone, you have to say this drug is the right drug for that patient. Peter's doubled the size of the number of people who they think now can be treated with these drugs.
The next generation genomic information analysis method by Dr. Peter Park is expected to not only provide accurate cancer diagnosis and treatment strategies, but also to advance the era of personalized cancer treatment in the future.
I would like to ask the laureate, Dr. Peter Park, and his wife to please come forward to receive the prize.
네, 수상을 진심으로
Congratulations.
따뜻한 축하의
Once
박수
again,
계속해서
a big round of applause. And I would now like to invite Dr. Peter Park for his acceptance speech. I immigrated to the United States when I was 12 years old, so I'm more comfortable in speaking English, but I'd like to share my thoughts in Korean today. After hearing that I won the Hoan Prize, my middle school-aged daughter Googled what the Hoan Prize is, and suddenly she started to be really nice to me. I am honored and grateful to receive such a great prestigious prize. I'm sure different research fields work in different ways, but my field is more of a team sport like soccer than an individual sport like the 100-meter dash. And in that sense, what I do can be compared to a soccer coach or a soccer manager. It doesn't matter how good your strategy is. If you can't get a good striker to come out and score goals, it's very difficult to win a game unless you have a team of people who all play their part. I am grateful to the many graduate students, postdocs, and colleagues, professors who have kicked the ball around the soccer field with me day and night over the past 2 decades. As Professor James Watson, who discovered the structure of DNA, once said, "Never be the brightest person in the room. Then you can't learn anything." I always tried to work with people who were better than me, and that's how I was able to write good papers and dissertations. Now, my students are moving and leading the field around the world, and in just Harvard alone, 4 of my students are now professors. I do feel very blessed to be working with such talented individuals. And I would also like to extend my gratitude to my parents. My father has spent his entire life doing social and community work for others. He was nominated in the past for the Hoan Prize in Community Service a long time ago, but now I became the one to receive this prize. I grew up watching my father always working very hard and diligently, and I learned that there is no such thing as a noble or better job, and that there is at least one thing to learn from everyone in this world, regardless of their origin and background. My mother was married to a poor pastor, and she did have a host of challenges. And she decided to immigrate to the United States because of that, and returned to Korea only when I finished my studies. And my mother never said, "You should study hard to go to a good university." But what she would say is, just stop studying and go to bed and grow up. Go to college and to the college you want and study what you want. And I myself, raising children right now, I believe that the hardest thing to do is to really believe in them, just as my mom did, and to have belief in me. There are many people who are smarter than me and work harder than me, but I think the reason why I was able to focus on my research was because of my parents who were dedicated to community service, and my father and mother-in-law who did a lot of good work for society and who always supported me. My wife, a pianist, stopped playing to start a family and raise our children, and now teaches at school. It's probably very hard to believe that a husband who can barely remember where he put his things around the house is pretty good at research, but I am very grateful to her for putting up with the long, cold Boston winters because of me. In the future, I plan to continue my research on how understanding the genome can help treat cancer and other diseases. I am also thinking about how I can help Korean students do better research and how I can help them. Being good at solving problems in school is similar to a soccer player being good at free kicks. Of course, players with good kicks will probably score goals, but you need other things to win the game. You need to be physically fit, and you need to have the mental toughness to keep going even when you think you're going to lose. And you need to get along with your multidisciplinary teammates, and most importantly, you need good coaches.
I hope that many researchers will come together to think about how to guide and lead promising students to become more star players so that Korea's already remarkable competitiveness in science can be further enhanced in the future. If I can make even a small contribution to this process, I believe the Hoan Prize I am receiving today will be even more meaningful. And last but not least, I would like to share a favorite poem of mine that sums up my research philosophy. There are those who seek knowledge for the sake of knowledge, that is curiosity.
There are those who seek knowledge to be known by others, that is vanity.
There are those who seek knowledge to be known by others, that is vanity.
There are those who seek knowledge in order to serve others, that is love.
There are those who seek knowledge in order to serve, that is love. Thank you.
Next is a prize for the arts.
If life is not a straight line, she might find herself having turned a corner without even realizing it.
한국을 넘어
A novelist who has captivated the world beyond Korea, 한강. She debuted as a writer in 1994 with The Red Anchor. Her unique and authentic format and gently constructed, delicately nuanced sentences has helped her gather attention early on from critics as a promising figure for the next generation Korean literature.
That book is The Vegetarian by Han Kang.
She became the first Korean writer to win the International Booker Prize, one of the top 3 major literature awards around the world.
When I was writing The Vegetarian, I wanted to question about being human.
With vivid descriptions that evoke physical discomfort in readers, and along with this powerful message that reflects upon the meaning of life. The Vegetarian garnered acclaim internationally. An enhanced understanding of Korean literature on the international stage, which had been hindered due to the language barriers. In her later works, she unveiled even more sophisticated creations.
한국 현대사의 비극을 더욱 서정적인
She delves into the tragedies of modern Korean history, capturing hearts of international critics and readers who may be unfamiliar with Korea's historical background. Han Kang is currently one of the most researched global novelists in the international community, particularly concerning issues such as human rights, women, the environment, and peace. I want to write vivid sentences as if electric current flows through them, so that this current, which has coursed through me, can be felt by the readers too, because they can feel the current flow through them. Han Kang is an author who wishes for vivid emotions to flow through her words and reach her readers. The world is paying attention to the new stories being born at her fingertips.
Please join me in welcoming the winner of the Hoan Prize for the Arts novelist, Han Kang.
네, 축하드립니다.
Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. A big round of applause.
네, 소설가 한강님.
Novelist Han Gang. We will now hear her acceptance speech. Thank you so much. The image commonly associated with a writer is a person sitting quietly at a desk. But in reality, I am walking. I navigate distant paths, sometimes getting lost, returning to the starting point and continuing forward. Although the journey of walking alone may seem lonely, it is not. After all, I am someone who works with language, and language ultimately serves as a thread connecting us. No matter how introspective the work of a writer may be, as long as a writer uses language, he or she is connected to the world. It was exactly 30 years ago that I published my first novel. It feels somewhat mystifying to have been connected with people through writing for 30 years. Slowly and without haste, I intend to continue walking, exploring even further paths. I would like to thank everyone at the Hoam Foundation and those who have selected me as a laureate of this prize, as well as everyone, our colleague writers who are connected through literature, and everyone engaged in publishing, and my readers. I would like to thank you all. And also those who have always warmly supported me, my parents and my son. I thank you. Thank you. Next is a prize for community service.
At the age of 27, Sister Geraldine Ryan decided to travel to the farthest country from Ireland, which was South Korea, to serve as a medical missionary and change the lives of persons with disabilities in the country. At the time, the concept of rights and welfare of persons with disabilities was unknown. Discrimination and indifference were rampant, and they were shunned even by their own families. There was a perception that if there was a problem in the family, there would be a child with a disability, so they would keep their child at home. Sister Geraldine wanted to create a world where persons with disabilities are respected as members of society, just like those without disabilities. She established a very first rehabilitation facilities for persons with disabilities in Mokpo in a 23-pyong rented apartment on the outskirts of the city, but no parent was willing to send their children. So what they would say is that there's no need, there's an orphanage on the island so that we can send them there. She had to face many challenges and crisis that almost left her on the street after losing her key money for her house. It was so difficult. I don't know how to describe the challenges I was facing. I was running around with my shoes falling off trying to get support. It was about a struggle alone and finding a way through a society that was indifferent to persons with disabilities. A facility with persons with disabilities was set up to make and sell things like carnations, and she convinced local merchants to allow persons with disabilities to live a normal life where they could buy their own goods and earn money through their own effort. And she also engaged the community in social integration as well as vocational training. Help began to come in the form of welfare center, dedicated to specialized rehabilitation and education of persons with developmental disabilities, and daycare centers for the treatment and care of infants and children with disabilities, and other centers to help persons with disabilities become more independent and self-sufficient, filling the lives of persons with disabilities with hope. I am Kim Gang-tae, a barista who loves coffee. I am Yumiok, a postal worker. Well, sister's favorite is the bread that I bake.
장애인들의 친구이자
49 years together as friends and family of the persons with disabilities.
49년의 세월.
And at the age of 80, Sister Geraldine Ryan's journey is far from over. Our Heavenly Father, give our friends the wisdom and strength they need to live hand in hand as part of society.
Sister Geraldine Ryan, please step forward to receive your prize. 수상자이신 제라딘 라이언
Sister Geraldine Ryan, please come forward.
네, 수녀님 수상을
Yes, congratulations, Sister Geraldine Ryan. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause. We will now hear from Sister Geraldine Ryan.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, fellow laureates, and Samsung Hoam committee members. I feel greatly humbled as I stand here before you this afternoon. Reading the works of previous and of today's laureates, I feel somewhat embarrassed to stand at this podium and to receive the Hoam Prize for Community Service. However, I accept this award on behalf of the Myeongdo family for persons with learning disabilities, their families, our staff, benefactors, and many volunteers who have journeyed with us on our journey in helping these special people develop to their full potential and take their place living and working in society. To you I say thank you. Thank you for believing in us when others would tell me that I was wasting my time and to go home. By nature, we human beings stand completely in need of life in society and always exist in reference to that society. This would imply that all people have a recognized place in their society. But for all too long, society has failed to acknowledge that persons with disabilities had an equal right to live and work within their society. It has been the case of out of sight, out of mind. I believe that if we were to achieve our goal of persons with disabilities living and working in society, being part of that society, then we needed to establish ourselves within the society. Hence, we started in a small 23-pyong rented apartment on the outskirts of Mokpo City. By day, the rooms were our classrooms and the sitting room our workshop. At night, it was our home. There are many islands off Mokpo, so those coming from the islands would live in with us in this small group home setting. Thank you very much to the people of Mokpo who welcomed us to live among them. In order to be integrated into society, we believe that it is important that our members know how society functions. Also, while some of our people, rather than call them clients, we refer to them as our people, would have had some elementary education, others did not have any formal education. Since their needs vary greatly, the educational programs were on a one-to-one, so as to meet each person's needs. Through social training programs, we provided opportunities for them to actualize what they had been taught in the class in a real-life situation. With the weekly allowance from the workshop, we would go shopping, We always took public transport, again, a lived experience of integrating with the people in a normal setting. Our volunteers helped with social training. They would go in small groups so as not to attract much attention to ourselves. In the mid and late 80s, we saw Korean society, which greatly influenced by the Confucian values on education and the drive for success, leap into the 21st century. This industrial success put Korea among the industrial nations of the world. However, those who were or are not part of this economic and industrial development-driven society were left on the fringes, without work and without possibilities. Persons with disabilities run the risk of being left behind in this race for success, and we need to define what their role is in a very changed society. From the beginning, we aimed at being financially viable and also training our people towards financial independence. This meant finding a work that our people could do and that would meet a need in the society. We made carnations for Parents' Day, a year's work for one day sale. We also made slippers for hospitals, and some artists designed Christmas cards for us. These we sold to schools, churches, and wherever we could get an opportunity. The income from the sales of the cards helped us pay our staff a stipend, and from the carnations helped us to buy the material for the coming year and also give our people their stipend every week. Today, there are up to 80 of our people in open employment and in workshops, living independently in the community. Their sense of achievement and satisfaction with themselves is tangible. While government have passed laws stressing the rights of persons with disabilities, society in general need to see them as people, having a positive contribution to make to the society, rather than seeing them as a burden and always needing to be on the receiving end of the society. Ask yourselves, if you had lived your life so far, never been asked your opinion, never been supported to stretch yourself, and always being underestimated, what might you have achieved, or how different would your life be today? In 2013, the Black Lives Matter movement was founded in the United States. Today, I say, the lives of persons with disabilities matter. It matters to them, to their families, and to society as a whole. They did not ask for a handicap, nor did our parents ask for a child with a disability. Their struggle to make it in society can be far greater than that of their non-handicapped peers. I am most grateful to Samsung and the Hoam Foundation for acknowledging that the lives of persons with disabilities matter in granting this award. I must sincerely acknowledge the contribution of our benefactors, the generosity of our volunteers, and the dedication of our staff. This award is as much for and about you as it is for me. Lastly, I would like to invite all of you here this evening to help make the lives of persons with disabilities matter wherever you are in the world. Thank you.
So, with the Hoam Prize for Community Service, we have presented the Hoam Prize for this year to 6 laureates. Once again, a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for our distinguished laureates. Next, there will be congratulatory remarks, which will be presented by the laureate of the 2013 Nobel Prize for Physiology or Medicine, Dr. Randy Schekman, who also served as a member of the committee member for evaluating this year's awards.
I'd like to thank the organizers of this honorific event for bringing us together to congratulate this year's winners of the Hoam Prize. Each of you being recognized this evening has made world-class contributions to your respective discipline, and it is my pleasure to address you and our distinguished sponsors and guests on some general thoughts on the intrinsic value of knowledge. Those of us who study the natural world are often called on to justify our work in terms of practical applications. Naturally, governments invest in the pursuit of discovery with the expectation that society will benefit with technological and medical advances to improve our lives and to ease the burden of disease. But for many of us, there is a deeper meaning to our pursuit of the truth of the natural world, our natural curiosity about the world, indeed the universe in which we live, drives us to explore well beyond our need to feed, heal, and reproduce the species. We have all evolved beyond all life forms on Earth, and likely most of the universe, as we seek to understand ourselves and the fundamental principles of nature. The examples of basic science driven by curiosity are numerous and must be heralded for all to appreciate the intrinsic value of knowledge. My favorite is the understanding of an arms race in which bacteria and their viruses fight it out to survive in the biosphere. Did you know that the viruses that infect bacteria are by far the most numerous biological objects on Earth? 1 milliliter, about 20 drops of seawater, has 1 million bacterial cells and 10 million bacterial virus particles. These mortal enemies have been doing battle for the past 3 billion years. During this evolution, bacteria have found a way to sniff out invading viruses by producing a small piece of RNA that matches a viral DNA sequence not found in the bacterial chromosome. This piece of RNA comes associated with a bacterial enzyme that chews on the foreign DNA, breaking it into non-infectious pieces. Viruses counter this offense by evolving new sequences not detected by this RNA. But then bacteria evolve to produce new RNAs and so on. Now, why should we care about this seemingly arcane bit of microbial natural history? Well, in fact, these discoveries have led to the current revolution in genome editing with the prospect to cure human genetic diseases. In fact, in just the past year, the application of this technology has made it possible to cure patients with sickle cell anemia, a genetic disorder of the blood that afflicts millions of Africans and their descendants around the world. This is only the first of a new wave of treatments tailored to cure genetic disease and to advance biotechnological innovation in agriculture. Breakthroughs in the sciences require resources that can only come from investments provided by governments, venture capital, and philanthropy. In the United States, government funding of basic research started after World War II with a transformative report entitled Science: Endless Frontiers, written by Vannevar Bush, the science advisor to Presidents Roosevelt and Truman. He wrote, "Scientific progress on a broad front results from the free play of free intellects working on subjects of their own choice in the manner dictated by their curiosity for exploration of the unknown. Freedom of inquiry must be preserved under any plan for government support of science. Opportunities for education in the US exploded in the 1960s. The race to space, initiated by Presidents Eisenhower and Kennedy, led to a substantial increase in federal support of science and science education. This investment nourished generations of American and immigrant scholars that made the US the world-leading powerhouse of 20th century science and technology. The lessons learned from this transformation have spread around the globe, with 21st century leading economies, China foremost among them, rising to match and exceed the pace set by the US. Having emerged in the late 20th century as a great liberal democracy, Korea stands shoulder to shoulder with other free nations of Asia as an example of growth and achievement in science and technology. The emergence of leading industries in electronics and automotive technology have contributed to a dramatic rise in the living standard and educational attainment of the Korean people. I have observed the rise of pure science with the investment in research universities and institutes such as KAIST and the network of institutes of basic science. As the wealth of the nation rises, one would hope to see a culture of philanthropy advance to fill the gap left by inconsistent government support. Our HOAM honorees have added in significant ways to the fabric of human knowledge, emotional insight, and social welfare. The source of their inspiration in each case comes from within, as they seek truth in their own individual path from faith and healing to creative expression. I salute this spirit and ingenuity of the Korean people here and abroad as we celebrate the achievements of this year's honorees. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor.
So, once again, a big hand to Dr. Randy Schekman once again for his congratulatory address. So this brings us to the end of the 34th HOAM Prize ceremony. My heartfelt congratulations goes once again to all of the laureates who have been recognized today by receiving the HOAM Prize. The HOAM Foundation will continue to endlessly strive to advance human society and human dignity, aiming to become an award of global prestige. I would like to express my deepest gratitude on behalf of the HOAM Foundation to everyone who have joined us today for this meaningful event, both online and offline. With this, we would like to conclude the award ceremony. Thank you very much.